So with the spring season being halfway through, and now that we know every anime that is out and which ones are popular, like how Spy Family has taken over the spring season and has been the talk of like the whole town, and you see Spy Family everywhere. And of course we have shows like Kaguya-Sama Love is War Season 3, Aharen-san, and then Summertime Rendering, which is finally getting the justice it deserves. Like, it's getting that recognition because it's been needing it. It's mainly because it's trapped in Disney's jail. That's why people haven't been able to watch it like the way they need to. But I wanted to talk about 5 underrated anime from this season, because there are 5 gems. Like, there's 5 gems that I feel like everybody needs to be watching if you're not watching, or add it to your list, because like they've actually been really good. And like I've seen like literally nobody talk about these 5. The first one I want to talk about is Danseur. And this is one I feel like more people need to talk about, especially because if you like Welcome to the Ballroom, you're enjoy this one a lot, because it basically follows this kid that's in middle school, and like while he was little, he was at like a concert, and like he was falling asleep. He was like at a play or whatever, and then he wakes up and like he sees on the stage like this guy doing ballerina and all this, and like doing dances on that, and like he loses his mind and like wants to start doing ballet and practicing because like that guy inspired him. But then, like, when he gets there, his friends start making fun because he runs into some of his classmates and like, oh, guys can't do ballerina and all that. And then what happens is his dad dies, and then from that point, his uncle tells him like he basically has to like step up in the household and be the man. So like he basically gives up on ballerina. But as we go on, we get to see like what happens. Like, he eventually meets this girl in his class whose mom runs a ballet studio, and she actually does ballet. And we see that he starts going there because the girl forces him, and you see he actually enjoys ballet until we get to a point where he realizes that he actually likes ballet a lot, and he needs to give up on soccer and all this stuff and put his all into this. Like, so far it's been an amazing story, and I just like seeing the main character's like growth, because his growth is like phenomenal, and I want more people to watch this anime because it's really good, and I've been enjoying it so much so far. It's like been a really good anime. Now the next one to talk about is Dimond, Recipe for Happiness. This is a good one, and it's been up there as one of my favorites of the season so far. So what it's about is this guy that moves to Tokyo, and like he gets this letter from his parents because he's been living there for a while and he hasn't gone back to see his parents, and like his mom tells him like, oh, your dad's like back hurts. So like he gets like real emotional. He's like, yo, I have to leave, and he goes back home, and like his parents run a Japanese sweet shop. So when he gets there, of course his dad is mad because it's like, dog, you literally left us for a while. And like he's talking about he wants to take over for his dad now, even though he doesn't know anything. And like the one thing that happens is that his parents, like since the time he's been gone, his parents have basically, I guess you could say, kind of adopted a girl, because like a person came to their shop and basically dropped off this little girl and just left with nothing. So like they've basically been raising her, and she basically wants to take over the shop. And like the main character, what happens with him is like he kind of wants to be a father figure for her, kind of like a father figure / big brother in a way, because like the parents already look at her as like a granddaughter, and like it's really sweet because you get to see their relationship as they go on. And like it does get sad because Ichika, who's like the little girl, she kind of has like a lot of tendencies because like she's missing her parents, especially her dad. So like she'll go to the station every once in a while and wait there for her dad, or anytime she sees anybody that has a guitar, she might think it's her dad. So yeah, like at times like there, it can hit home and like be kind of sad because it's like she got abandoned by her parents, and like it's really good so far. I mean, it's really good. Like, I'm not saying her abandoned by her parents, but I'm saying the anime's been really good, especially how both of the shop owner and like even his parents and all of them, they basically made her feel welcome at home, and I kind of like that aspect to it, and it's been good so far. Watch it, please watch it. Now the next one, it's been really good, and it's The Heroine Runs the Show. Now this one has been my favorite of the season, besides of course Spy Family and Kaguya-Sama. This has been my favorite so far, and Heroine Runs the Show is really good. It's basically about this girl named Hori, who like basically comes to like a bigger city. I think it's Tokyo too, I can't remember exactly, but she goes to a bigger city, and like she goes there because she wants to run track, because in her hometown in the country where she lives, like there's no high school track team. So she comes to this school to run track, and what happens is that she runs in her school. There are 2 famous idols that are in her school, and she has like no idea who they were. Like all these girls are like flocking to them and all that, and like she doesn't know who they are. And like the funny thing is like they kind of hate her, because like the first day they kind of mess with her, because like she sees one of the people talking to like the police officer, and like she's like, hey, aren't you that person? And then like the other dude comes behind her, puts his mouth in front of her. It's really funny. There's at times this should be having me rolling, because like it's a really funny anime. But the funny kicker is like she eventually becomes those two's managers, and like you see the friction between them, because like they basically always talk shit to each other at times, and they be telling like, dog, you're not even like a girl. And like there's a lot of different problems, and we have to see like as all 3 of them like grow together, because at first they are beefing a little bit, but then you get to see like as Hori and like the 2 idol guys, they get to meet her and they get to learn stuff about each other. You see that they kind of like each other, and they kind of friendlies and stuff. But yeah, it's been really good so far, and I've been enjoying every minute of it. Please watch that one too. Now the next one is Healer Girls. Now this one's a very interesting one. So in this anime, in the world they live in, like people can sing and it can also like help heal stuff. So like if somebody's having some type of treatment, you can also use that. So like yeah, there's traditional doctors and all that, but there's also like some type of healing magic, and that's kind of like the only magic that's in this world, nothing else. But you follow these three girls that are like under apprentice, like they're apprenticed to like this one woman who basically was a prodigy. Like she was a prodigy from like basically the day she was born and wanted to be this. She basically got like a PhD super fast and then like switched and then wanted to become a healer. Yeah, she's basically one of those. So we get to see them like be apprentice under them and see some of the different stuff they do. And there's a lot of funny wacky moments. The animation is beautiful. I mess the animation heavily, but so far it's been really good. And there's been so many like funny moments that I've enjoyed about Healer Girl. If you're not watching this one, please watch it, because like I said, it's pretty unique because it deals with like, you know, medical stuff in a way, because like you get to see them like heal, because like at one time there was like a woman who was pregnant and like she might have like boasted her water, she was having like pains, and you could see one of them like start healing and like they start singing and like it helps them calm down and stuff like that. It's really interesting though. Now the last one, and I feel like this is one nobody's talking about because this comes on super late at night. Like it's one you would forget about unless like you just happen to be on like Crunchyroll or even like any website you're on late at night, and it's Birdie Wing Girl Golf Story. Now this one I mess with heavily. I've been enjoying it. Like I said, it comes on super late on like Tuesdays. It's like 11 or 12 it drops. And this one basically follows the main character. Her name is Eve, and she plays like underground golf because she needs to make money on the side. It's a little hustle because she's also has to make money for the people she lives with, because like she lives with somebody she thinks as like an older sister, little sister, and then like 3 little kids she lives with. So she uses golf as a side hustle to make money and like take it off of like suckers, because like there's always like these old men that are playing golf that she's basically finesses from. And there's even like one time, so this is like basically what happens. So there's one time when they're playing kind of against like a crime boss, because like they're playing against like his granddaughter or niece or whatever, and like she's basically is bodying the niece, and like the niece is supposed to be like one of the top golfers like in this tournament that's coming up. After like the one niece like quits because she doesn't want to like lose focus, because she doesn't like the way Eve like golfs, because basically Eve, the way she golfs is just with straight, and that's it. And that's another reason why like the girl doesn't like her. So like what happens is she runs into this one girl named Aoi, who's like a prodigy from Japan that's entering this tournament. And like her and Eve basically go back and forth, and like the next day like she's like, yo, I want to play golf with you again. So Eve goes to like the mafia, and like one of the mafia bosses are like underlings in a way. It's like kind of a boss and underling, but she runs like a golf shop. She asks her like, yo, can you get me into this tournament? And like she's like, yeah, but you're gonna owe me a favor. So that happens, and then like those two like playing the golf tournament, and then Eve wins, but like it's unofficial because she wasn't like actually in this golf tournament. They just let her in because of the super big crime mafia boss that lets her in. But yeah, so far it's been really good, because like you get to see like Eve and like how she does all these underground golfing, and then like you see a professional like pro. I'm not really pro, but I guess you would say amateur-ish / pro, because like she's going to be pro, but she's like still in high school, whatever. You see her, and you can see like as like Eve's underground, you see their golfing is different, how like they kind of want to golf against each other because they have a lot of fun. There's a lot of crazy stuff because like I said, there's mafia in here. Eve lives in poverty, while you have like the Aoi girl who's like is like part of this like prodigy family, because like both her parents were golfers or whatever, and they're trying to make the perfect golfer with her or whatever. But yeah, so far Birdie Wing Girl Story has been fire so far. Please watch it. But yeah, I hope out of these 5, I hope you pick one of these up, because like all 5 of these in my opinion have been really good, and they've been hidden gems from this season. I want more people to watch them, because we need more people to talk about these, because all 5 of them have been really good. But if you think there's any other hidden gems from this season, put it in the comments, let me know. If you're new, why not subscribe? If you enjoyed, why not subscribe? If you enjoyed the video, why not like? If you didn't, you could dislike. Subscribe if you really enjoyed. But yeah, just let me know if there's any other hidden gems that you think are from this season, because like I said, there's a lot of good anime that came out this season, but these are 5 that I wish more people would talk about. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next video. Bye.